Hey everyone, news on the development of MCC for PC has just been released, and I thought why not make a quick video sharing what exactly it entails. So grab your popcorn and get ready, because this is awesome. Alrighty, so everything I'll be reading from is from the Halo Waypoint community post talking about the MCC development so far. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. I'm buzzing and I'm sure you are too. Adding an entire Halo title to MCC creates a lot of new ground to cover, and a lot of challenges. Matchmaking is a key component of this, as it is the primary destination for repeatable multiplayer experiences. Players have diverse expectations for what Halo Reach matchmaking means to them, as individuals and as sub-communities. These expectations from different groups are often at odds with one another and thus provide a unique set of challenges to tackle, which we'll cover below. First, let's look at our goals for the introduction of Reach matchmaking to MCC. Provide a robust playlist lineup for Reach players on day 1. Highlight the most unique and definitive Reach game modes and maps. Respect legacy where possible, but intelligently diverge from legacy behaviour where necessary, to provide best experience for modern audience. Build a strong foundation for future matchmaking updates in Sustain. The first two goals are simple. Deliver a well-rounded experience out of the box and include all the key experiences which make Reach, Reach. The third goal is complicated, so we'll break it down in more detail below. The fourth goal is another key one. We frequently produce matchmaking Sustain updates for MCC which highlight different maps and modes, tweak experiences and introduce new ones. This will apply to Reach in the same way it does to current titles in MCC. So, what's complicated about Reach? Like Halo 2 and Halo 4, Reach saw the release of a title update relatively late in its lifespan. This title update reduced reticle bloom, added melee shield bleed, though, and tweaked armor ability behaviour. Unlike Halo 2 and Halo 4, however, Reach's title update was not applied globally. This meant that game variants in Reach were split between title update and vanilla settings in custom games and matchmaking. This split meant that Team Slayer used vanilla settings while Big Team Battle used title update settings. The difference in Bloom alone was jarring across playlists with otherwise comparable game types and maps. Bloom applies an implicit, rather explicit, enforcement on rate of fire. This is to say that it tells players not to fire too fast or they'll suffer an accuracy penalty rather than imposing a hard limit on their fire rate. This approach to rate of fire and accuracy was one of the more contentious aspects of Reach to begin with, and constantly switching back and forth between two different implicit rates of fire between playlists is an experiential issue we wish to avoid in MCC. This creates the need for a standard for the bulk of Reach's playlists in MCC. This does not mean clobbering specific or niche experiences which players enjoyed from Reach, but it does mean a more unified approach to settings. The bulk of player feedback we see, which we agree with internally, is that the title update settings are the preferred standard. These settings were initially developed in response to negative feedback towards vanilla settings in Reach, and provide more players more reliable control in long-range precision engagements. Reach will fit into the existing lineup of game categories in MCC's Social Match Composer. The Slayer category will include DMR, high weight, and AR pistol low weight variants. Flag and Bomb will include Stockpile in addition to multi one flag capture the flag, and multi neutral one bomb assault. Zone Control will include King of the Hill and Territories. Asset Denial will include Headhunter in addition to Oddball. Action Sack will include modes like Elite Slayer, Dino Blasters, Bro Slayer, Flag Slayer, and Speed Pole in addition to Fiesta. Matchmaking will take advantage of the full suite of maps from Reach, including those delivered through the Noble, Defiant, and Anniversary map packs. In the case of Anniversary, the current plan is to use the remixed map variants as opposed to the classic ones, paired with the standard title update settings. Title update settings will be the standard for MCC social matchmaking. This includes the core categories Slayer, Flag and Bomb, Zone Control, and Asset Denial. Secondary categories SWAT, Snipers, and Action Sack. Griffball and Infection are the sorts of niche experiences with unique settings which we don't want to clobber. We may experiment with title update Infection settings internally and in flights, but Griffball settings will remain unchanged. Outside of the more unified experience, we currently plan to launch with 2 ranked playlists for Reach. The first is a ranked hardcore playlist with a format which will be familiar to fans of the existing Halo 3 and Halo 2 classic hardcore playlists. Reach Hardcore will feature Zero Bloom, No Sprint, settings across a collection of MLG v Variant 7 map and game variants. Our internal pro team is aiding us in locking down the final lineup here. The other competitive playlist will be Invasion. Invasion was perhaps the most unique and defining mode for Reach and featured a delicate balance between Spartans and Elites. To preserve this balance, we will not be applying title update settings to Invasion. This playlist should scratch the itch for a ranked big team experience where teams must develop strategies around the unique objective and fire team setup. As such, matchmaking will focus more on group size than individual player skill. Reach's original Invasion playlist suffered from a lack of maps with only 2 at launch and the third, which was Breakpoint, gated by DLC ownership. To remedy this, the Invasion Slayer and later Invasion Skirmish modes were also included. These modes don't fit into a competitive experience and have analogues better suited to the 8v8 player count in social games. We do not have plans to include Invasion Slayer Skirmish in this playlist. All 3 core Invasion maps will hold equal weight with the Forged variants, adding additional map variety at lower weight. While matchmaking will focus on title update settings, both title update and vanilla variants will be built in and selectable from the custom game lobby. Anniversary map and game variants will also be available to players. Okay, so that was a lot to go through, but here we have the brand new progression system for Halo MCC coming up with this new update. Okay guys, so what I'm showing you right now is currently a work in progress progression system that is subject to change. Okay, so everything here is still up in the air, but however, this is the product they are willing to show us thus far, so I'm still pretty keen on how it looks, and I've got to say, for myself personally, it still looks amazing. Okay, let's go through it. When we first started planning the addition of Halo Reach to MCC, we knew that there was an opportunity to improve the MCC engagement and customization experiences. As outlined in our last blog, we wanted to build up our legacy and engagement pillars. Halo Reach featured a compelling progression system and a series of interesting unlockables to strive for. We set out to include the same customization options in MCC while looking to modernize the progression system that existed in Halo Reach. Here are the details of that system. Halo Reach Progression Legacy. When we talk about the modernizing of Halo Reach and the Halo Reach system, one of our main goals was to separate the way levels and credits are so closely tied together. Credits were used as a marker of level and XP progression and were also used to purchase unlockables. We wanted to preserve the idea of earning in-game currency for playing and performing well, while making the clear distinction between level XP and currency clearer for players. We also wanted to offer the Halo Reach unlockables as a goal to chase on our new take on this progression system. Okay guys, here's an example of what the post-match progression system may look like with the placeholder XP values, level and medal rewards. Again, don't take everything to heart. If you don't like it, it's probably going to change. However, I really enjoy just the design of this straight away. It's pretty simple, yet it's just got that classic Halo feel to it. So I'm excited. I'm hoping they don't change it too much. So yeah, I'm keen, but let's continue talking about this. Starting with the release of Halo Reach, all matches played on dedicated servers will award Profile XP. This includes match-made PvP, multiplayer and match-made PvE firefight experiences. XP will be earned regardless of which specific Halo title is played. That's an awesome thing that they're doing. Really awesome, because that means if you're playing Halo 2 or Halo 4, then, you're still getting the same amount of XP as if you're getting XP or credits for Halo Reach. I think that's awesome. So, brilliant job in doing that. Can't wait to see how that works in the final product. Great games of Halo are the result of a well-functioning team coordinating and succeeding together. We want to make the actions that fall under performance and teamwork clear by associating them with tracked medals and encourage players to be strong team players in addition to individual performers. There will also be a bonus for completing matches. XP will be capped in each match to encourage repeated and active play within each game. Why dedicated servers only? Security. We want to ensure players legitimately earn the rewards that are on offer. In the future, we will look for additional ways to ensure players in a wider range of scenarios have a path to earning rewards. Once players have earned enough XP, the player's rank, level, and title will change. Here's a photo showing the several tiers of seasonal unlocks with placeholder content, name, date, and descriptions. Again guys, this is all subject to change. In the future, MCC will include the concept of game seasons, each with a unique theme. In addition to an overarching account level system, players will have the opportunity to unlock seasonal-based rewards. Attaining certain account levels or completing challenges will award in-game seasonal points, which can be spent to unlock rewards such as armor pieces, Halo Reach firefight voices, and nameplates. Seasonal points are an in-game reward. There will be many tiers of seasonal unlocks, and each tier can include several items. Tiers are unlocked by spending seasonal points, and each tier must be unlocked before the next tier is available. We will not be applying this progression system retroactively to lock content that exists in MCC today. Anything that is unlocked in MCC today will be unlocked in the same way, either available by default or via an achievement unlock. We are interested to hear from our community if any of the existing achievement unlocks would be interesting to include as challenge or XP unlock. But if we move forward on this, it will be addictive, meaning you could earn it the old way or the new way. In addition, now this bit's awesome, anything that is unlocked on Xbox will be unlocked for players using the same profile on PC and vice versa. That's awesome. I'm sorry, that's amazing. Seasonal unlocks and any unspent season points will not disappear when the season rotates. Players will be able to go back and unlock items from a previous season, though they must be unlocked in order. The first season and its unlockables will all be centered on Halo Reach, though as mentioned, players will be able to earn season points and XP by playing other games in MCC as well. Future seasons will focus on the other games in MCC and will include new content. On the matchmaking side of things, we also want to make reaching high levels of competitive ranks a seasonal goal. Competitive playlists will be configured for each season, and all players will start at rank 1 at the beginning of the season. When the season ends, competitive playlists will be reassessed, and the ranks will reset along with the playlists. We are thinking about ways to honour players who achieve significant skill ranks in each season. Social playlists will rotate more frequently and will not necessarily be tied to season rollouts. Okay guys, here's a quick 22-second video or 22-second snippet on MCC's post-game progression sequence. Okay, so moving on from there, in addition to XP, levels, unlockables, and seasons, we are looking to bring a challenge system into MCC. The timeline for when this feature will arrive is still in discussion, though a lot of design and thinking has gone into the system. The goal is to offer rotating daily and weekly challenges that can award season points in a variety of game modes. Please stay tuned for more information, blah blah blah. Another important note, the progression system and seasons in MCC will be included for all players, and earning XP and season points does not require a specific game purchase. In order to play with the appropriate unlockables, players will need to own these titles, but XP and season points can be earned in any MCC game. That's the preview of their current plans for the MCC progression system. Anyway guys, I am buzzing over this information. I'm sure you guys are as well. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which actually is going to be pretty soon because I'm going to just roll out the Halo Insider update details. Okay, cheers guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.